To have a nice prize with John Pyron, our monthly motivational speaker and a business doctor. I call him this all the time, and then I noticed there's a business doctor card later on.
It's all you. It's all you.
Really? Because I called him one time, he's like, John, you're a business doctor.
Yes.
Because you go to a doctor when you have something going wrong with you, but when you have something going wrong with your business,
Same thing.
you still have to go to a doctor, but you just gotta go to a business doctor, right? Okay. So before I start, I wanted to say thank you to our sponsors who supported us. Oak Point event, you can tell this is a nice room, and we do this event. They provide us this place. I truly want to say thank you to them because I love this location. It's a perfect location for any meetings, parties. We did speaking here. There's about 250 people I think got in. I had an event one time where we had a sitting place, and then we had this. There's a projector that can go down, and it's really convenient because of the different freeways. The 50 is not too far. The business 80, the international 80. So Roseville, West Sacramento, Rancho Cordova, it's not far to get here. So it's a perfect location. So if you ever think of any type of events or parties or weddings, then this is a good place. I also want to say thank you to Sprouts. I hope you enjoyed the breakfast there because they provide us breakfast every single month. And you can make sure you grab a bottle of water. It says Sprouts on it. And then I also want to say big thank you to Afisha Media Group for the partnership. Afisha Media Group is the company that since 1993 has been and still is the #1 source of information for the Russian-speaking community. Afisha Media has a 24-hour Russian-speaking radio. There's Afisha magazine. There's also community diaspora newspaper, where I would probably call it more of a community newsletters. There's over 150,000 Russian-speaking families in the Sacramento region alone. So if you ever wanted to connect with that community, I will definitely love to help you out, okay? And if you ever notice, there's in the back, the magazine and the newspaper, make sure you grab one. The English-speaking people, make sure you read everything from A to Z. Have you noticed there's a small greeting card that's back there? Okay. How many times we run after new clients? Every single time we go and look for the new client. And we say, we need new business. And many business owners, I would say around 80% of the business owners, they're paying people, they're spending money on marketing, they're chasing new clients constantly because they need their business to keep going. Would you agree?
Yes.
Isn't that what's happening right now? Have you ever asked yourself, what do you actually do? What do you do to take care of your client to give you referrals? People say, ask for referrals. Well, the way I see it, when you're asking for referrals, it's like you're sitting on the street. Give me some pennies, please. Give me some pennies, please. That's my vision, honestly. But if you take care of the client the way they leave your office or they leave the communication with you, where you're gonna leave the impression with them that this is the person they need to go. It is automatically, it's natural inside the person, I will say, this is the person you want to deal with. This is the person you want to go with. Would you agree? If you do that, do you think your referrals will raise it up? Yes. So if you send them thank you, I appreciate you, it will blow your mind away how big and huge that is. So on that said, I'm going to invite John Pyron, and he's going to talk about this a little bit. He has helped help companies to build it to the millions, billions of dollars. So give it a applause to John.
Thank you. So how many of you have ever had this happen? I mean, you're having a really, really good day. Everything is going smooth in your business, and then all of a sudden you get the phone call. And it's one of your best clients. I mean, the client that you're like, man, I know I'm tight with this client. This client loves me. Everything is going great. And all of a sudden, the words come out of their mouth. They say, hey, we decided to go with someone else.
Oh, yeah.
How many of you have ever had that happen?
Yeah.
Okay. If you haven't, you haven't been in business long enough. Okay. So I remember about, 8, 9 years ago, I'm over here at my favorite cigar store, Tobacco Road in Sacramento, and everything is going great. My business is thriving. I've got great employees. Everything is smooth. And then all of a sudden, I'm in there picking out a cigar, and I notice the phone rings, and it's one of my best clients. I mean, I'm making about 90% margin on this client. And they've been a client for about 3.5 years, and everything, in my opinion, is great, right? And so, and I had even been out there like 2 or 3 days prior and brought them bagels, okay? And they said everything was great. And then all of a sudden he goes, hey, we decided to go with someone else, and here's your 30-day notice. I was like, what? I was just out there the other day. What happened? He goes, no, we appreciate the bagels, but we haven't seen you in probably a half a year. Big eye opener. One of the things that I learned from that experience is that great clients are never owned. They're only rented. And the rent is due every day. Just like a marriage. Great marriages are never owned. They're only rented, and the rent's due every day. Success is never owned. It's only rented, and the rent is due every single day. And so what I decided to do at that point is create a system that constantly gave me feedback as to where I'm actually at with my clients. And since then, my retention has gone through the roof when it comes to clients and referrals and things like that. So how about I just share that with you so you can take action on that today and implement it like today? How many would you like to implement something like that, right? Okay. And not only that, but when you implement this system, you're going to have very predictable referrals every single month in your business. How many of you would like to go into the month of October knowing exactly how many referrals are coming to you, what day they're coming to you, who they're coming from? How many would like a system like that, right? Okay, so what I would do is sit down, make a list of all your absolute best wow clients. Now, here's what a wow client is, right? They call you on your cell phone. It's ringing. You see that they're calling on your cell phone. You see the caller ID. Now, here's not a wow client. Not a wow client means you're looking at the phone, you're like, let me find out what they want first, right? You don't answer the phone. That's not a wow client. Wow client is like, hey, hold on just a second. Hey, can I call you right back? I really want to talk to you. Yes. That's the wow client I'm talking about. Okay? And so what I would recommend you do, at least on a quarterly basis minimum, and the more often you do this, the better, just call them up. Don't send a survey and an email and expect to get a response of any.
Can I have you, Juliana, pick the card? There we go. Make sure you pick your own. So read the name. Erica Johnson.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you get to pick actually the price.
Oh, okay.
So the price that we have is for 2 months, half page, a Fisher magazine, which is the most popular. By the way, if you go around the town and you run into a Russian-speaking person, please ask them, do you know Afisha? And if you find one who doesn't, I will give you $100. I am serious. You have a lot of witnesses. It's recorded. But you have to be honest. But you have to be honest. So I did recently, and I did found one, but they just arrived to United States like a week.
Yeah, I'm going to
So-
bring out the airport.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm
Like you're Russian.
Many people know.
So I'm serious, I took 40, 50 people, have multiple companies, they could not find a person that does not know Afisha. So if you really want to get into the community, it really works, okay? So you have 2 months of Afisha magazine, or we have a nice blender back there.
Do I pick now?
Yes.
On the spot.
Oh, I felt it. So write Afisha on there
Awesome.
and give me back at the end, yes. It's 2 months per half page.
Wow, cool.
Okay. Did you pick? Lauren.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Hey, I'll give you that money.
So you have a session with John, or you have the blender?
Oh, session with John.
We're behind, what's door number 2?
So write John Byron, and then
Okay.
give it back to me at the end, okay?
All right.
And then we'll have one more. I'm actually gonna go with an ad one more time.
Oh.
2 months. Did everybody drop their business cards? How about you? Okay. No, you gotta pick one, because you can't win it anyways. Whose card is that? Julie. Oh, it's David! Yay!
Wow.
So David. Is it 2 months marketing or the 2 months marketing? Woohoo! So make sure you write your full information and put the Afisha on there, and then I will take care of you at the end. So now we have the blender. Who gets the blender? I have a feeling Oksana will get the blender. She wins every single time. Can I have you pick the card? You're like, I'm telling you, this girl wins every single time.
That's why I'm coming here.
Someone have to take a picture with her. Me giving you this. Congratulations. Do you have one like this at home?
There were one, but not exactly.
Okay. Maybe you can give somebody else. This is awesome. So I'm gonna start with myself. My name is Luba Zolotov. And yes, I do have a new last name.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I do relationship marketing. I connect people with the Russian-speaking community, and I do help you to increase your referrals. So I'm a connector, and I do have a nickname. It's 411. People do call me that. So if you ever need someone or you're looking for someone to connect, I know a lot of business owners. I would love to do that. So I'm gonna start with you, Lauren. I know you have LB, but I know you for a long time. So tell us who you are and then what you do.
Okay. Hey, guys. My name's Lauren Bedwell. Creatively, I go by LB, just the initials. My longtime friends don't know me as Lauren. That's what's funny about it. Anyways, I work for AT&T. I'm a national fiber manager, so I work with all commercial business owners from mom and pop shops up to enterprise level companies. And we really offer not just the fiber internet, but obviously phone service, cybersecurity. That's a huge thing going on now, as you continue to read in the newspaper. So if you own a business, or you can get your owner's ear, make sure that your network is secure. That's what we want to do for businesses in the region. So that's what I do.
Thank you, Lauren.
Thank you,
LB.
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Portia. I go by Portia. I work for Siemens Mobility. We are within Siemens, which is a global organization. But our facility, Siemens Mobility, is located in South Sacramento. And we have a 65-acre manufacturing plant there where we build transit vehicles. So we build trains. And we contract with cities throughout the country. I'm part of the governance and outreach team. So as far as governance, we manage a lot of internal components of the organization. And as far as outreach, we attend various events and support organizations within the community.
Thank you so much, and thank you for your support, because they've been very supportive of the Russian-speaking community, and I love your facility. I've walked around several times.
Thank you.
So nice to see you. She's a longtime friend as well. Thank you for Julia.
Hi, my name is Yulia Sarbiro. Some of you already know me. The dancing insurance agent.
She did dancing last month. Yes.
Very well, one might add.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. I work for New York Life, so my primary occupation is life insurance and retirement planning, long-term care insurance. And we just discussed with Lee that there are a lot of topics that people are not aware of, like how many of you know how long-term care insurance works? Some. Yeah, that's good that at least some of you do know, because in Russian community there are a lot of people who don't. So in the job of insurance agent, you have a lot of educational components, and that's what I like to do. So if you would like to know more about how insurance works, come to me and I will be happy to share.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Yulia.
Julia.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Vera, and I work with Remo Lighting Company, and we do sell and install LED lights for commercial buildings. So if you have your buildings and own properties, any places where you want to switch to LED, we would love to help you. And also we are looking for new people hiring for sales. So if you know someone who looking for a job and in sales, so please connect me. Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, I wanted to say something about Vera, because she has not been in the United States for a long time, and now she's a manager in a big company. So that's a round of applause. Seriously.
Right.
My name is John Pyron, and two things. Personally, I do coaching and consulting for small business owners, pretty much anywhere in the United States, all meaningful value. We're talking about building a relationship with this client. So I would hop on the phone and I would say, hey, Joe, this is John Pyron. Hey, you got about 5 minutes. I got a couple of questions for you. I'm looking to bring on more clients just like you because I really enjoy having you as a client. And they're going to say, sure. First question, if you are in a position to refer me to a friend or colleague, would you refer me? Okay? One of two answers, yes or no. And you want to know the answer to both questions, right? When they say no, the next thing is okay, what can I do over the next 2 to 3 weeks, a month, to turn you into a yes? And they're going to tell you. Because see, clients don't just like call you up and say, hey, you know what? I'm having a bunch of problems with your company and you need to fix it. I'm giving you, a couple of chances here to fix it. Do they do that? No, they just leave, right? And so this will allow you to get a good pulse of what's really going on in your business with your employees, your company, and allow you that time to fix it. The other thing is, if they say yes, here's where you really get to figure out what's working in the market. When they say yes, I would refer you, then I would say, let's just imagine you're sitting there talking to that friend or colleague. What would you actually say about us? And they're going to give you, write it down, write the whole thing down, verbatim. Go and read it back to them. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? And once they're done, just say, hey, let me read this back to you so I can make sure I got it. And you read back the whole statement and go, do I have it? Yeah, great. Would you mind, now here's a really cool thing. Would you mind if I send this to you in an email? I'm going to maybe tweak it a little bit grammar-wise. And if you can approve that, I would really like to use this in my marketing because I want to go and capture more clients just like you. And if you got a good enough relationship with this client, they're going to say yes, right? And then what I would do on the same call is like, hey, over the next couple of weeks, I'd like to take you out to lunch or coffee or whatever. Are you available? And they're going to say yes. And so you develop that relationship. Another good thing that I'm doing, Luba's doing, a lot of people do, is get them on a send-out card strategy. I can't tell you how many people, everything's email, everything's digital, everything is so fast-paced, but when you get that personalized card in the mail, you're going to stand out amongst everybody else. I know, because I get a card from her like twice a month, and it stands out. I'm like, I wonder what she said in there this time, right? And so I open it up. But it's those things that we do to make deposits on that relationship. See, the reason I lost that client was because I kept making withdrawals on a bank account that I wasn't making deposits into. And they were right by letting me go. Now, that was a very expensive lesson, and I've never forgot it. And I don't allow that to happen very often anymore in my business. And so as a result, I get to keep clients for a very long time. Now, last thing I want you to do in that conversation with your client is this. Now we got a quote from them we can use in our marketing, and if you do enough of that, put them all on the side, you'll see common keywords through that, and you can give it to your marketing person and update your LinkedIn profile, your website, all that stuff to capture more clients just like them. But while you're on the phone, you might as well go for it and say, hey, when you mentioned that if you were in a position to refer me to a friend or colleague, you would, who did you have in mind? Who were you thinking of? And pause, because they're going to think. I mean, they don't really have a choice at that point. They're going to think about somebody, and I go, yeah, that person right there, who you're thinking about right now. Who is that person? They may or may not tell you. Most of the time, half the time, they're going to say, well, let me think about it and I'll get back to you. Now, here's where most people make the biggest mistake. Okay, I look forward to hearing from you. Right? How many of us have asked and said, hey, can you give me a referral? Do you know anybody? And they go, let me think about that. And you go, okay. Do you ever hear from them? No. Okay? So here's what I would do. Okay, and if you send me, grab my card or get a hold of Luba, and I'll send you this form. I created a referral form. So that way when my client says, let me think about it.
How about I'll give you all the emails and you email
there you
it to
go.
them. Is that good?
So you send them this form, and you say, hey, today is Wednesday. How about between now and next Wednesday, you think of 4 people that you can refer me, and I'll pick up that form next Wednesday. Can you do that for me? And I will do the same for you. Notice the difference. I will do the same for you. Okay? And so next Wednesday, you follow up and you get that form back from them. Now, if you really want to make it easy, go to their LinkedIn profile, go to their social networks, find 10 people on their network that you think would be a great prospect for you, and send them that list along with the referral form, because that's going to jog their memory, and they may or may not know 2 or 3 people on that list. For me, it averages 3 to 4 people they know on that list. And on purpose, I want those referrals. But it's about helping your client, right? See, if you help your client get a client, you know how much they're going to love you, right? And so that's what you do. Survey your clients constantly. Survey them constantly, over and over and over and over again. Otherwise, you're going to get that phone call going, I haven't heard from you in 6 months. Yeah, you thought we were tight, but I don't even know you anymore, right? No, you don't want that call. You want that call that says, hey, I'm so glad that you're calling me. Any questions?
Thank you, John, so much. Was that helpful?
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm gonna actually, we have this culture of our mixer that we all get in a circle, because I want to know each one of you. I think you want to know who's here as well, right? So we get in a circle and you get to introduce yourself, what you do, and what you are looking for. So can we start the circle? Good morning, how are you? So nice to see you. So we get in this circle and we'll start from here. And, but while you get in the circle, I'm gonna actually raffle out the prizes that we have. So I'm gonna ask one more time if everybody.
Kinds of different levels, and no more than 10 at one time, so I'm running about 10 different companies at one time. It's a lot of fun, because I don't do anything, I just tell them what to do. And I'm gonna have another company where we have about 75 people, various different coaches, consultants, accounting firms. I mean, every single aspect of business, we can provide done for you services for those businesses. And we'll be right around 25 coaches, I think, in about 6 months, so, yeah.
Take on your company grow, Mr. Wade.
I am Monty. This is my first time here. I work
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Welcome, Monty.
I work for the Dignity Memorial Network. We actually have 10 locations here in the greater Sacramento area and about 2,400 nationwide. And there's two things I'm looking for. Number one, I want to talk to families and to groups and associations about the benefits of taking care of your final arrangements ahead of time as opposed to at the time. Huge, 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 huge difference. And I can explain more about that. I come from that from a very personal level. Lost my own folks at an early age. Just lost my brother last fall. And so I'm passionate about this because it's huge on the families. Second thing I'm looking for is for someone in the Russian community who would like to come and be part of our team. We have no one in that particular area, and so the world would be your oyster. You know, you could go and have all of that market share, so to speak, to connect with those kind of people. So if you know someone who is compassionate, yet knows how to sell and prospect and do all that stuff and talk with people about very important stuff in life, we'd love to hear from them.
We're gonna work on that to help you out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'd rather not use this. My name is Lee Rosenblum.
Okay.
I am an independent financial advisor and fiduciary, Transamerica Financial Advisors. What is a fiduciary? Most people in the financial business have to do the things that are suitable for you, Vera. So we'll find something suitable for you. There's a higher standard, which is best interest. So that's what I'm required to do legally. I'm the branch office supervisor for my office as well here in Gold River, and I have a number of Russian-speaking clients, and I've been trying to bring someone into my firm who's a native Russian speaker. I haven't yet, but I'd love to have somebody in my firm work with us. And
We'll work on that to help.
I was a social worker, thank you. I was a social worker for 30 years as a nonprofit fundraiser. So I worked for charity, so I was a salesman for charity. It wasn't for me. I'd go pick up $1 million checks for things, for good causes. I never got any of that, other than the good feeling. So that was my first career. Lee Rosen. Thank you.
Thank you and welcome.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Vlad. I'm from Ukraine. And now this is the USA, working in company for software developer accounting suite name. We help control your business. It's a program for many people in Russia and in our region, and we make new program for hope is popular too in USA.
Okay.
Thank you. And your English is much better. Wow. Yes, very much better. Amazing.
Thank you. Well, good morning. My name is David, and this is Julia. And so my first time here, Julia is
Welcome.
the one that invited me. Thank you. And we work with Opening Doors. So we are a non-for-profit agency that helps refugees resettle in the United States. Refugees who will one day maybe your clients. And so we're the first ones to work with them and help them resettle into the country. What I do particularly is I work with the Prosperity program, part of the self-sufficiency economic program, and we help them not just settle, but also become self-sufficient in this country. And so a lot of that comes with financial education, a lot of financial literacy, and so we're very excited to connect with the Russian community. And she's one of the Russian speakers. It's great to have someone in that community. I speak Spanish, and people that speak from Afghanistan, and so it's just It's very multicultural, and I love the place where I work. I really connect with a lot of good people, and so we're doing something good for the community and people that eventually I consider to be your clients. So.
Thank you for being here.
So my name is Julia. I'm working for Opening Doors. I'm launch specialist. I'm working with Russian-speaking community. So we provide microloans for business purpose. So we help not only refugees. We help people who doesn't have enough opportunity to get a loan from bank. Sometimes they have not enough credit history or not good credit score. We try to help these people to get a loan for business and start their life here. Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Good morning, my name is Erica Johnson. I'm actually a business services manager with the County of Yolo. So in my department in employment services, we work with business community to try to help them get employees. So we do a lot of advertising for free. We have an online newsletter publication that goes out to about 2,500 job seekers and other job developers within the area that we send out weekly. We host free job fairs throughout our county in Woodland and in West Sacramento. Our next one in West Sacramento is actually on October the 16th from 10 to 2. I have 4 slots available if you're looking for employees. I heard 4 people over there saying that, so we can talk. We also offer different incentives for businesses as well too to hire individuals. And when I mean incentives, I'm actually talking about free money that we can offer businesses for hiring on different employees out of our various programs throughout the county. If your business is not in Yolo County, that's okay. I have connections throughout all of Northern California as well too, so I can connect you with those different business services managers or coordinators to get you the resources that you need.
You're a gold, so thank you for being here.
Good morning all. Marcus is my name, Marcus Anderson. I work for Riverview International Trucks. We sell commercial trucks. As I look around, everyone may not have a Class A, may not be driving a truck today, and that's okay. If you know someone that knows someone, that knows a guy that knows a guy or gal that needs a truck, by all means, forward them to me, please. How easy is that?
Thank you.
Good morning, my name is Liliana Cat. I am, like my colleague here, working for Transamerica Financial Advisors. I just happen to work for part of the company who is focusing on free financial education. We're running financial literacy program and we're enrolling people into classes. I'm doing them in English and in Russian. We teach how to pay off debts, how to save money for retirement, how to put kids in college, and how to pass our money to children without paying taxes. So if you know anybody who wants to talk about money and want to know how they work, you can refer me.
Thank you so much and welcome.
Good morning. My name is Natalia Zablatsky. I'm really appreciate you invite me. I'm working there for your company, the global company. I like this company because I like always help people who healthy and beautiful. Thank you very much.
Thank you for being here. I use a lot of her products. It's amazing, a lot of natural stuff. So come see her. I know she's shy, but she has a lot of good stuff.
Good morning. My name is Oksana Resnik. I work with Highlands Community Charter School. We're an adult serving school, nonprofit organization. Right now we have 30 locations all over the Sacramento area and around 2,000 students. Our 2 main directions are ELD program and the high school program with the component of career technical educational programs. All our students are low-income students, so the reason I'm here, we're looking for different sort of connections. Mainly part-time jobs for our students while they are in our programs to help them kind of survive and provide for their families. And any other sort of system is so welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Good morning, my name is Elsham Rahov, and I'm an industrial and graphic designer. I'm actually new in the United States, only 2 months.
Welcome!
Wow! And I'm actively searching job.
Okay. Welcome, and your English is awesome.
You know about a Pisha.
That doesn't count, he knows already. So I wanted to say thank you so much for each one of you. And I can tell as you guys introduced yourself, I see there's a connections. Would you agree? There's a huge connection. Probably you guys would connect with the Highlands. A lot of it, yes. Maybe Yola County, right? So I had a principal of the Highlands Community Charter School recently told me, like, Luba, you brought us so many connections. For the last 9 months, I see there's a businesses grow because you guys connect. I see there's many connections that you can do in between, and just because you're here, your business can go up. Because I see many times, sometimes you connect with one person that brings the key and opens a lot of doors. Would you agree?
Yes.
So we have another 10-15 minutes that for you to grab a coffee and go directly to that person and have at least 2 business cards that you will connect and explore your business or explore your connections where I really want to hear next time the feedback, or email me. I want to hear this. We've connected with this person. I've connected. That's a joy in my heart. So thank you so much. I know every one of you have business to do and places to go. So I really truly appreciate it, and just want to remind you, if you want to connect with the Russian-speaking community, I'm here. And also we have a leadership breakfast coming up, October 16th. Now this event, unfortunately for leaders only, okay? Our goal is to connect leaders of our community. So we bring all of our leaders that has a huge influence on our Russian-speaking community. We'll have pastors, we'll have presidents of our business owners, big corporations that have been here for like 20 years, 25 years. They're in the community, people know them, people follow them, they listen what they say. Different organizations like Slavic Center, there's multiple organizations that people go to for questions, for information. So last year we had 117 people. You were there last year, right? Yes, so Portia was there. It's a great event. And the topics of this event would be, we want to hear from you guys. We'll have approximately 5 speakers that will actually hear, like, what do they want, the companies that's outside, what they're looking for from the Russian community and how they wanted to connect with leaders. So I think hopefully Michelle will speak. Yes, we'll talk, yes. But there's different organizations or companies, big ones, that will speak how they're looking to connect with community. And that will bring you information not only to talk about, to connect with the Russian-speaking community, but other communities as well. Because our goal is to really hear from the organization and companies what they're looking for. And we want the leaders to speak out and say, this is what we're looking for. It's going to be a phenomenal event. We have an amazing people coming in, true leaders and true influences on the community where you can connect and explore your business. Because a lot of times when you shake hands, those people usually never go to networking events or they don't show up anywhere. So thank you again, and please connect at least 1 or 2 people that will raise your business. Thank you so much for giving up that early.